Do you guys want the house to be warmer?
Huh?
You want the house to be warmer?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
Agree?
Yes.
Alrighty. That's what we're gonna work on today. Hey, good morning guys, and welcome back to our off-grid cabin build video series here in North Idaho. I told you in the previous video, right, that we were gonna have like 60-mile-an-hour winds, and we did. It was super windy yesterday and last night, and so the roof though, bam, it held up beautifully. The only thing that I noticed, there's two things that I noticed that happened here. It's still a little windy, you can hear it in the top of the trees, but these two pieces right here blew off the pile right there. Bink, that's it. We're not even using those pieces, they were extras. I don't know, something got messed up in the measuring. The other thing that happened because of the wind, let's just look at this side of the roof here real quick. Looks perfect, no problems up there. Whew, our thermometer broke, maybe it broke, I don't know yet. Fell down though, that's for sure. Plastics missed, uh-oh. Rattles now. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Ah, it's cold today, man. So the other thing that happened, which I was not expecting at all, but I wasn't expecting that to fall down either, but I was not expecting our water to freeze. But I guess it's my fault. All right, so you guys know, we didn't get this thing buried yet all the way, and now, right now, we gotta wait a few days until the ground thaws, because this thing is a solid block of ice, so you can't really dig it out. But it froze down here, but Julie came up with this awesome idea. Yes, so it froze. Let me show you where it froze. That's a bag of insulation we had on it. So what happened is it froze right here, this pipe coming out of there going into the ground. And so it froze right there. We came home and we flushed the toilet and the pump kicked on, right? Because the pressure went down. And then it just ran and ran and ran. It wouldn't build up any pressure. Like, man, what's going on? Well, come to find out, this pipe was frozen here, so it couldn't draw any water, couldn't build up any pressure, and just kept running. So Julie came up with this idea. We boiled a big pot of water, and we put this plastic just on each side of the pipe. I'll show you here in a second. And then we put this big heavy-duty trash bag in between there, and oh, it's just cool. It's not even cold. Anyway, this thing's like got like 3 or 4 gallons of water in it. And we draped it over that, and then we covered it with insulation, that insulation right there. And so it heated up that water, heated up that pipe, and in the morning, man, we had nice running water again. So it's perfect, man. I came out here to check and see if this was frozen. It's not frozen at all. It's 25 degrees out here, man. So this is the pipe right here that froze. It froze right in this section right here, I think, because you could turn this valve. You could open and close this valve, no problem. So I think it was frozen in here, and it kind of crunched. When you moved it up and down like that, you could hear it crunching. But we do have a small leak now. Check it out. Right there. Ah, it's a bummer. That's why I was saying before when I put this in, after I'd put it in and thought about it, I was disappointed that I chose to go with PVC instead of just going all with steel. That's what I should have done. But that's why we put that valve there, so we can shut that off and replace things that need to be replaced. So hopefully we'll be able to fix it without having to drain the whole tank. We're not going to do that today though, guys. We got other things we want to get done today and other places we need to go today. So that's going to have to wait till a warmer day. It's supposed to warm up this week later on. Let me put this all back together, and then we'll cruise inside and I'll show you what's going on today. So today's project is to start putting the vapor barrier down in the living room here. We want to start over here. We're going to go along this wall, going to go along the walls first. Then we'll try to conquer the gable end up here, and then the roof going down like that. Why do we want to do that? Well, because for one, it'll keep the moisture inside of the house rather than letting the moisture out, right? We're in a primarily heating environment, but also I'm hoping it's going to slow down the air infiltration, because like if you feel right here, right here's a little hole. If you feel right there, and I wish I could show you, I wish I had some incense or something, how much air is gushing out of here, right? And so if we seal this off all the way, then it's going to gush in through little cracks, little spaces, right? So we want to get this house tight, so that way we can control how much air comes in for the fresh air. I think the problem is air is escaping through little cracks all up here. Like as the hot air rises, right, it goes up and it just gets through little spaces all in the insulation and all around the house. So as that hot air leaves, it's getting sucked up by cold air. All right, we already put this vent right here onto the stove so that it's drawing air in from underneath the house. It's not actually using the house air to combust. And so we gotta get this guy tightened up. That way it'll stay even warmer in here. Do you guys want the house to be warmer?
Huh?
You want the house to be warmer?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
Agree?
Yes.
Alrighty. That's what we're gonna work on today. Let me show you how we're sealing this stuff up here. So far, this is how much we've gotten done. The whole gable over there and then along this wall here. This right here is just temporary because the kids, you can't really see through it and that's their bedroom until we get sheetrock on it. So, how are we sealing it up, right? Let me show you here. We're just using this right here, dollar store packing tape. And then we're going around all of the seams, like right here, right? We cut it out around the window, and then we just put the packing tape on there. Seals it up really good. Let me show you a seam right here where the two pieces of plastic, I didn't tape that one yet. All right, then right up here, right? This is the wall plastic went up to right here, and then we have another piece. You can see a seam here. See a seam that goes down that way. Let me show you one up close here, right over here in this corner. Okay, so here's a seam right here. And we just put the packing tape over it. It sticks super good and totally seals that up. Now remember guys, we're in a primary heating environment, right? And so vapor barrier goes on the inside like this. If you're in a primary cooling environment, this may not apply to you, right? So if you're down there in Florida, Texas, the South, right? This may not apply at all, right? And so you guys have different rules for what you're doing down there. But up here, we're putting the vapor barrier on the inside and we're sealing this bad boy up. We've still got to get the whole ceiling up here done, but we ran out of staples. So we're gonna have to get more staples to be able to put that up there. Let me show you where else we still need to do. And then we'll kind of see where we're going with this whole thing. So basically, we're trying to make an airtight, vapor-tight barrier all the way around the inside of the house. So that means We need to do this wall back here. Right, we need to do these walls, and then into the kids' bedrooms, we need to do those walls. These do not need to be done. Like I said, this is just temporary for the kids to have a little bit of privacy. And then up here, we'll need to come up here, and then we'll actually attach it to the floor of the loft up here, so that we'll create this vapor barrier here. And then up in the loft, of course, that's all wrapped up and sealed up good up there.
Maya, 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 one, oh!
Check out what happened last night. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful out there, guys. Tons of snow. Uploading a video for you guys right now. The internet is actually, if you're new to the channel, it's up in that tree up there. We have an AT&T LTE to Wi-Fi router up in the tree, powered from the generator shed. This is the power going up to that router right there. And then batteries and inverter and all that are in the solar shed. And so we've got all that going on today. But since we really can't do much outside today, especially on the roof, we're going to be working on continuing the vapor barrier in here. We might get this thing sealed up, at least the roof. We've got a little bit still up in the loft to do, like right up in here, up in that area right there. But we're gonna continue on today, work on this. This is 27 feet actually, from here up to there and down to there. 27 feet, so we gotta get the plastic, cut it, get it ready, get up there and start stapling. 27 feet down to here. Cut it here, unfold it, and then we can start putting it up. That is all we've got left. I don't know that we're gonna be able to finish it, man. We'll have to see. We'll see. Hopefully that'll be enough. Wow, 10 feet of it is done. It's a little bit more than halfway. We got to do one more stripe across there, but we'll have to work around this guy right here as well. We don't want to get the plastic on the stove, of course. That would make a mess, so we got to be careful with that. As I told you earlier, guys, we are just using regular old packing tape for this. I am not saying that you should use packing tape. They make special tape specially designed for this, but I've been reading around some forums, and apparently packing tape will work just as well. I'll be the guinea pig, guys. If you don't feel comfortable using it, don't use it, right? But we are not going to be sheetrocking this for, I don't know, probably at least a year. So we'll see how it holds up, right? Like if it loses any of its stickiness or not, we'll know, right? And we'll report back to you on that. Why are we using it? Because we're out of money, man. We're cheap. We got to get this bad boy livable with very, like almost no money now, right? It's all gone. So we got a lot of supplies here the other day to finish it up. And then, well, we'll find out what happens after that. But let's continue on.